Action potential. On your whiteboard, please tell me what connects the soma to the axon terminals that carries the message and allows action potential and resting potential, the location of it. What is it? Nicola? Axon. On your whiteboard, receptor sites are located on the what? Good. What is it, Sylvia? Dendrites. On your whiteboard, please tell me what holds neurotransmitters? And when the action potential comes through, this little sac goes to the synaptic cleft, opens up, and lets the neurotransmitters free. What are they? Daniel. Vesicles. On your whiteboard, please tell me. What do we call ACH, serotonin, glutamate, neoprephin, all that crap? When we put them in one big category, what do we call them? Good. What do we call them, Caroline? Neurotransmitters. On your whiteboard, please tell me. Please tell me. If I have too much of this, I'll have Alzheimer's. Good. Nope, just kidding. Yeah, it's a lack. If I don't have enough, I have Alzheimer's. Just kidding. Sorry. What is it, Jessica? ACH. Alzheimer's starts with an A. ACH starts with an A. That's one question on AP they love. I don't know why, but they use it all pretty much every other year. On your whiteboard, please tell me. I'm involved in mood, sleep, and appetite. What am I? Good. What is it, Miss Owens? Serotonin. On your whiteboard, please tell me. Causes receiving cells to increase the speed of firing, which means it fires at a faster rate. What type of neurotransmitter would that be? Nope. Good, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. What is it, Tessa? There you go. On your whiteboard, this is a major inhibitor. It's involved in sleep and inhibits movement. A lack of this causes Huntington's disease. Good. No. Good. What is it, Sylvia? GABA. On your whiteboard, please tell me. And a lack of this causes depression. Good. No. Good. No. What is it, Daniel? Serotonin. On your whiteboard, please tell me. A lack of this causes Parkinson's disease. A lack of this causes Parkinson's disease. Good. Davi, what is it? What? Dopamine. On your whiteboard, what?
What's the difference between Huntington's and Parkinson's?
Parkinson's is like the shaking. Huntington's disease is no movement.
Okay.
Because too little
GABA?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just, because GABA is all your movement.
Yeah.
It's all your like motor neurons and stuff like that. On your whiteboard, please tell me, if I just am sitting up here giggling with glee and I am just loving life, what type of neurotransmitter do I have bumping around in my brain? No, I'm not in an emergency state, Lucas. No bears chasing me. What do you got, Nicola? Dopamine. If I talk to my mommy today and she's like, Sam, how are you? And I'm like, I'm fine. How was your day? It was fine. Nothing bad, nothing great. What type of neurotransmitter is floating through my brain, Katie? Serotonin. On your whiteboard, please tell me. What is... Please tell me. Oh, what is like the mother of neurons? They clean up, they support, they provide food for, and they provide the myelin sheath and help them really succeed. Jillian.
I don't really know how to say it, but
Glial cells, whatever. All right, on your whiteboard, please tell me, if I'm being chased by a bear, All of a sudden, I can run really, really fast and jump really, really high, and I didn't even feel that my knee blew out because I am running away from a bear, not a beer. I would run to a beer, not away from it. What is it, Lucas? Endorphins. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what two things make up your central nervous system? What two things make up your central nervous system? God, some of you are getting stuck on this one. This isn't good. What is it, Caroline? Brain and spinal cord. On your whiteboard, if it's not the brain and spinal cord, it has to be in the what? Good. Samuel. Sam. Not Samuel. Sorry. Peripheral nervous system. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is it called when Alex kicks me in the shin? All of my neurons down here are sending the message to my brain. There's two names you need to have both on your board. What do we call them? Good, I got 1, 2, 3. Good. So far, no. Ugh. No. Crystal, what is it? Sensory neurons. Okay, listen up. It cannot be afferent, efferent. It cannot be. They're two separate things. Afferent is sensory neurons. Sensory neurons are also known as afferent neurons. They cannot be afferent and efferent. It's two separate things. So, when Alex kicks me in my shins, all of a sudden my shin is like, oh my God, I'm dying. Let's send the message. So, sends the message all the way up to my brain. Okay, my brain's like, oh my God, she kicked us, right? Then they send motor neurons or efferent neurons to my fist, and then I punch her in the face. Okay, afferent, A looks like an up arrow, correct? So it has to send the message up. Someone said that to me today, and I thought that was pretty smart. All right, on your whiteboard, inside your central nervous system is what type of neurons? Inside your central nervous system is what type of neurons? Maddie. Inner neurons. On your whiteboard, if I decide to punch Alex in the face, what two types of neurons are being used? All right, good. Come on. Let's go. Good. They're not inner neurons. The message is already sent. What is it, Owens? There you go. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is... Actually, I'm going to teach you something. This is your very last bit. If you look at the very bottom of your study guide, or number 3 on your focus, I'm going to fill it in for you right now. You have 2 questions on this tomorrow on your test. So, it's not like I'm teaching it to you because I want to. Alright, so please look up here. Do not get ahead of me. Write what I tell you to write when I tell you to write it. Don't get ahead of me. So, you have your nervous system. You have your central nervous system, which is your brain and your spinal cord. And then you have your peripheral nervous system, which is everything else. We've talked about this in great detail. Everyone should feel very comfortable with this. Okay. Then things start breaking down into a little bit more confusing layers. People always struggle with this every single year. Your peripheral nervous system, which is everything except your brain and spinal cord, so it makes sense it has smaller systems in it, correct? So, this is where you can start writing down. Your peripheral nervous system breaks into your autonomic and your somatic. Autonomic looks a lot like what word?
Automatic.
Oh my God, you people are good. If it's automatic, do you think about it? No? If it's autonomic, do you think about it? No, so it's done without thinking. So it controls everything your body does without thinking about. I don't know about you, but I'm not consciously thinking breathe, 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 or I'm not thinking digest, digest, digest. My body just happens to be doing both the breathing and the digesting component. We also came up with blinking. You don't consciously think blink. 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 I think I'm doing it faster than I should. Blink. Blink. I'm getting losing. Heartbeat. You don't think of your own heartbeat, correct? All those different types of things your body does without you thinking of it, that would make it autonomic, which happens to look like the word. There you go. All right, then you have the somatic, which controls all the voluntary movements, all the things you want to be doing. So walking, standing, talking, running, the fact that I keep playing with this stick all the damn time is all done by my somatic nervous system. The fact that Nicola just rubbed her nose, somatic nervous system. The fact that Maddie keeps popping her gum, somatic nervous system. The fact that Hamilton keeps tossing his hair back, and this really fluid motion is somatic nervous system. Okay? All of that's by choice. You do it because you want to. He likes tossing his hair back. He feels like, what's that? Oh, Shrek. Have you ever seen Prince Charming and Shrek? Every time he gets out of anything, he just and it's like this whole pause moment, Alright, fine. Alright, so everyone's clear on autonomic and somatic, correct? Autonomic's everything you do that you don't think about doing. Okay. Your autonomic gets broken down into two more. Now, all of this is really what your test is on next week, too, but it's a little bit on this test, too. So, your autonomic is broken down into parasympathetic and sympathetic. Your parasympathetic, no, let's do sympathetic first. So, in times of stress, your body changes, correct? Your heart rate, imagine you were being chased by a bear. I love bears. They're my go-to reference. Okay, so if you're being chased by a bear, would you just casually say, cool, a bear? Or will your heart rate increase, correct? Your breathing gets like, oh my God. Okay, your heart rate starts going up. Okay, your eyes dilate, your pupils dilate. Okay, so sympathetic prepares your body for a stressful situation. Okay, your parasympathetic maintains the body back to its normal conditions. When you're talking about your body, think about hunger. Even though I just ate lunch, it's fine. I can talk about food. I can always talk about food. Okay? Everyone here, no one likes the feeling of being super, super full, correct? Like I'm talking like busting out of your pants Thanksgiving full, right? No one really likes that feeling. Because people tried convincing me that they liked it this morning. Lies. Okay? When we talk about Thanksgiving full, it makes you really uncomfortable eating all of that dessert, all of that food, all of that appetizer. You're just like, you gotta sit down, right? Now then you start thinking about digesting. No one likes being hungry either. Can we agree? There's probably 45 minutes in my entire day that I'm not thinking about food. And in that 45 minutes of day, I'm at a homeostasis. I'm not hungry, but I'm definitely not full. I'm happy. All the rest of the time of the day, I'm constantly thinking about food because A, I'm a little full because I ate a lot during lunch today. It's true. Or I didn't eat enough because I'm hungry. Your body wants to be at this equal playing field where they're not too stressed, but they're not too relaxed. It's called homeostasis, that balance. So when your heart rate goes up, your body temperature goes up. So when your sympathetic nervous system is kicking into gear and there's a bear coming at you, your heartbeat starts racing, your whole body starts getting hot because your lungs are pumping faster, your heart's pumping faster. So what happens in the parasympathetic, what happens to your body? If you start getting hot, what does your body do? It starts sweating, absolutely. With the sweat, it tries to cool your body down. They work together to offset each other. So when one starts getting super, super stressed, the other one tries to compensate. Has anyone here been in a super stressful environment like a car accident or something like that, or a really traumatic event? The only thing, once it's over, the only thing you want to do is sleep, correct? Because once you put your body through so much stress, your parasympathetic is like, oh my God, we just got to crash. Like we have to crash, and that's how your body recovers. So if you go too extreme one way, then you have to go the extreme the other way. So the more the sympathetic kicks up, the parasympathetic has to kick up. So if you've ever been in a car accident, you know probably within 2 hours you're sleeping, correct? Because your body is just exhausted. Daniel.
It's like the term like emotional whiplash.
What the hell?
You're like something happens, then you're like the complete opposite like 10 minutes later.
Give me an example. I've never heard this phrase. And I'm dramatic, so people would use that for me, I feel. What?
I have an example.
All right, let's hear it.
So it's like when you go to a concert
Okay.
and you're like super duper happy at the concert, but then after the concert you're like super duper depressed because you're no longer at the concert. It's post-concert depression. It's a thing.
That thing? Would anyone here say that's a thing?
That is
That's
a
like
real
it's
thing.
definitely
I've not
a
experienced
thing.
it, but it's a real thing.
I mean, I love music probably more than any of you. I've never experienced that.
You've never gone to a concert and then after the concert.
Girl, I saw
you're like,
Adele, okay? I saw Adele.
Okay, but at Adele concerts you're like crying anyways. So.
Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Ah, what a funny night. I guess, but that's weird. No offense, Danielle and Maddie. Like, sure, I guess if it helps you, it's one compensates for the other. So if you're like if you have a really super stressful week, then you spend like the week after like recovering. Would you agree? Okay, that's what we're talking about, sympathetic, parasympathetic. I don't know. All right. And creativity on this topic is limited today. All right, to the boards. Here we go. So that is definitely on your test for tomorrow. So please make sure you're aware. On your whiteboard, I am pretending this is a lightsaber. What nervous system am I activated pretending I am stabbing Jedi? Just trying to be more creative with mine. What nervous system am I using to poke my stick? Katie, what is it? Somatic. Katie doesn't laugh that often, but I try to get her to laugh every day. She doesn't find me that funny, but sometimes I get her. Alright, somatic was the correct answer to that. On your whiteboard, please tell me. My heart's beating. What nervous system is that? Don't tell me peripheral. I'll kick you in the shins. What is it, Nathaniel? Autonomic. Play with me, Zoe. On your whiteboard, please tell me. I am digesting my chicken and yellow rice. That's what I had for lunch today. And I had yogurt and I had celery. And I'm dreaming of chocolate cake. Just a fact. Lucas, what is it? Autonomic. On your whiteboard, I'm sweating and I'm not even lying. I'm sweating. No. That would be like the creepiest thing ever. Hey, Miss Bennett just randomly stood in front of class and just now she's sweating. Like that'd be so creepy. What is it? What is it, Alex? Parasympathetic. On your whiteboard. My heart rate is racing with the idea of I can't think of anything, but my heart rate is increasing. What is it, Crystal? Sympathetic. I want to pick up my full Coke and throw it against the wall because I can. What nervous system is engaged? Yes. Okay, everyone's comfortable with this?
Yeah.
Perfect. Tomorrow you have like 2 questions on this on your test, so please make sure you take a look. Let me look at the test and see if there's anything I would like to ask you to make sure we've covered it all. On your whiteboard, what increases neural transduction or neural transmission? On your whiteboard. What increases neural transduction? Good. What is it, Sam? Myelin sheath.
Oh, okay.
No, that'd be weird. On your whiteboard, please tell me if I decide to jog. Nope, I can't make that reference. No, nope, I quit. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is it? What type of neuron is it when it slows you down? GABA is a perfect example of this. Good. What is it, Jessica? Inhibitory. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is. Nope, I'm good. I already asked that question. Perfect. So, tomorrow's test is your first like normal AP Psych test. It's actual content, not theory, actual applications going through. It's a much clearer test. I typically have people do really well on this test. You guys really did bond pretty well with your neurons. A lot of questions are coming straight from your paper neuron where we labeled everything. And they're asking you, like, a dendrite does what? An axon does what? Those different types of things. So make sure you're looking at that tonight, especially tomorrow before you come in. I'd definitely be able to do it. Sam, stop wasting my ink. Okay, so if you look on your study guide, I'm going to fill in a couple boxes for you. Crystal, don't waste mine. This is mine. Is it yours?
Yeah,
Is it yours?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to put a thing on it so I don't have to talk to you again about it. All right, on your...
Okay.
Is it really yours?
Yeah, no, it really is.
Alright, I'm gonna put tape on it so I don't have to talk to you again about it. Perfect. That way I don't have to say anything. Perfect. On your study guide, you're gonna see where it says pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is in charge of your endocrine system. Where it says pituitary gland, you're gonna write is in charge of your endocrine system. Endocrine right below it is spelled for you. In case you don't know how to spell it, it's right there. I don't care if you bring your own, you're just not gonna waste mine. If you bring in your own, I label it so I don't have to talk to you about it. Perfect. So now me and Crystal will never have a conversation about it again because I'll just know it's hers, not mine. Nice. Alright. Your endocrine, your application, I would say pituitary. For your, did we just do pituitary? Located in the brain. Application is located in the brain. Endocrine system are glands that release hormones into the body. Endocrine system are glands that release hormones into the body. Your application will be pituitary, testes, ovaries, and there's another big section, but it's fine. That's all I need to know. Cool. Everything else you should know without a problem. Do you have any last minute questions, concerns, comments off of your study guide or your focus that I can answer for you?
Is there like one example? Or is it like
Explain the importance of each of the following. Central nervous system, like which one each does. Like what's their major focus. So like this.
okay?
Interneurons is I would put for it. So looking at number 3, guys. When you answer number 3, I have the answers on this board for you for number 3. So I'm going to give you time in class. I'm done with content. So if you have questions, I'll answer your questions for you. But to answer number 3 on your focus, it's right here. I would write interneurons are found inside the brain and the spinal cord. Write a nice little sentence about your central nervous system. When you talk about your peripheral system, you need to mention that both afferent and efferent neurons are found here, correct? It's not just one. Both of them are found here, correct? Only interneurons are found in central, afferent, and efferent are found here. All you have to do is kind of copy this down, turn it into sentence format, and you're done for question number 3, which is probably the longest one. So that's what I would work on. Maddie?
Can we go over and note the norepinephrine?
Okay. Yesterday we talked about, it's not on your test.
Okay.
Do you care now?
Well, for the
I
study.
mean, like, yeah, 'cause it's on the study.
Okay, neoprephin. What it is, it's excitatory, it's arousal and mood. It's an excitatory, it's arousal and mood. It piques your interest. So if you hear someone say your name behind you, Maddie, all of a sudden your brain's like super sharp, focusing in on whatever people are saying about you. That's what that feeling is. That like super sharpness. Like when you're staring off into space and your teacher calls your name and then all of a sudden you're super aware that everyone's laughing, that you don't know what you're doing. You know, when 2 seconds ago you were completely in another world. That like sharpness is neoprephin. All right, anything else? All right, so what do you got, Daniel?
The antagonist of the other one.
Okay. Agonist is a mimics. Neurotransmitters. It mimics them, impersonates neurotransmitters, and it attaches to receptor sites. Is that on your study again? It's just mimics, just copies. So when we get to drugs, Daniel, that's going to be very much apparent which one are agonists and which ones aren't. But for this week, it's kind of like, oh, here, you should be aware of this term. When we get to drugs in week 7, is going to be much more common and much more apparent. Jessica. All right. Glutamine. Anyone have that? Glutamine and glutamine are not the same. What do you got, Jack?
It's a transmitter that stimulates cells that the brain is associated with information.
Yeah, so glutamate is learning memory and nervous system. It's located mostly in hypothalamus. Glutamate is learning memory and nervous system. It's located mostly in hypothalamus. What's up?
Neural impulses.
Neural impulses is the sending of a message through a neuron, which I would mention, Daniel, because you're a smart kid, resting and action potential. All right, so you have notes that we wrote out the other day on a separate sheet of paper. You have my notes I have over here. You have the remainder of class to fill in your study guides and your focus. Now, reflexes is the last question. Reflex is what we were talking about yesterday with your knee, is I would just explain that they're hardwired to your spinal cord for instant reaction without having to process information, those types of things. Someone had a question about that last period. Yes, Maddie.
Okay, so like I know I don't need to know it, but like what is inside the axon that makes it negative?
It's just an ion. It's just the charge of the neuron is just negative. I have no idea. Ask a Tate. I have no idea. Are you in a Tate class? Are you in a Tate class?
last year.
Oh yeah, I have no idea. I will be very upfront with you. In every section we do, I know what I need to know, and I don't know a single thing beyond it. What's the negative charge? Sodium, potassium?
Like sodium and potassium are both positive ions.
I regretted it the moment it fell out of my mouth. Like,
So like
sodium ions is all you need to know for APSEC.
yeah, because they're on like the outside, and it says that when the action